Hello everyone, welcome to our session number three. Hope you can listen me clear and loud. Uh, just one or two messages would be good, stating that if you can hear me clear and loud, I'll be starting with session number three. Awesome. Yes, we can hear you. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
It's controversial. We can start.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you. So I'll be sharing my screen quickly with everyone. So here comes the screen where I'm going into session number three. List. Just a minute. Are you people listening some background sounds? But I'm unavoidable with that one. I'll try my best to ensure that it is avoided. Uh, Thank you very much. I'm sharing my screen. And today we are on session number three out of five sessions. This is the third session. From the session number two, there was a question. I will be happy to create a separate video for this one since I did not find. I have some screenshots for this to discuss. Okay. Just to recap, in the last session, we were discussing about tracker domain and prospect management. If you people have any questions, feel free to send out your questions. So I will be logging into account engagement, which I'm using for this training purpose. I can use this URL and I have my username and password with me. Okay, so I'll go with that, hoping that I remember it. Awesome. Yes, I've logged into this. What is the session number three? I'll be taking up this one. So 30 minutes, it will, today's session will not go more than 30 minutes because the topic is very pretty simple in account engagement. We'll be discussing list. So I'll just interchange this one. First, I would like to explain how data syncs between account engagement and Salesforce with some screenshots which I have grabbed for you people. Okay, I'll be opening that one quickly and we'll be going over that one. Okay, so the first one which we will be discussing is on what syncs. Okay. Here is a screenshot of it. So what syncs? Okay, what syncs? This is what I'm trying to educate you people. So from Salesforce. Okay, so on the right hand side, as you people have to remember that account engagement, which was previously known as Pardot, is built on top of Salesforce ecosystem or the force.com. Lead is the one which will be synced with your account, which is a bidirectional one. You can see this one, and then the contact. So these are directly connected with your account engagement prospects. Account engagement prospect. This is very important to know. And then you have couple of other things which will be connected. That is the campaign object. If you have connected your custom object, there is a unidirection one with this custom object linked with your lead or a custom object linked with your account or even opportunity. So to understand this better, okay, I'll be moving into account engagement settings so that I can showcase you people on that. So you can see the object configurations here. Here you can see the account fields, opportunity fields, the prospect fields, the custom objects, which can be synced. And you can have up to four initially, okay, based on your purchases. So you can sync up to four custom objects linked to a lead or a contact. Okay, account fields. As you can see, these are some of the default fields which are connected or the custom fields if you want to. Opportunity, and by default, all your leads and contacts will be linked with this. Right. So what syncs? So what we are discussing now is what syncs. Pretty simple data model. So lead will be synced with your account engagement prospect, or contact will be anyone will be there, or it will be both when we start moving them. Campaign will be connected to your lead or contact. So even that comes into picture. Custom, object, account, and opportunity. So every prospect which is being created in account engagement must have default campaign associated. As we were discussing in the last session, in the session number two, in the session number two, I was helping you people to understand how to create a prospect manually, how to import prospects into the account engagement, and how it syncs with CRM, right? In this angle, so when it comes to sync, Salesforce sync explained, so explanation which we are doing. So if you have any questions here, to make sure that you people are sending your questions, I'll be picking it up after the next two slides. What syncs? That's what we discussed. Now comes what triggers the sync. Okay, so this slide or this screenshot is trying to educate you people what syncs and the trigger of it. A sync can be as fast as 2 minutes, or but it might take longer. There are two aspects to understand. The sync will be triggered based on account engagement activities, like activities from your prospect, like opening an email, clicking a link in the email, submitting a form, or clicking a custom redirect link. Custom redirects we'll be discussing, form and other stuffs we'll be discussing in the upcoming the next session, which is all about forms, form handlers, and landing page. That is the next topic, which is session number 4. When a user action is performed, when your prospect user or a Salesforce user performs some edits on a lead object or a contact object, then the sync will trigger. System actions, some of the automations which have been built on account engagement, when we make modifications to those prospects by changing their default profile, or it might be updating the updating them with a list. All these are the one which will be an example of syncing. What syncs and what triggers the sync? What syncs? It is lead or contact directly to your prospect. On the other side, when it comes to Salesforce, which all the activities are responsible to make the sync happen? Like lead or a contact with assigned user when the owner is updated. Specifically, when a lead or a contact field gets changed, creating a new lead or a contact, but you should ensure that the you must have a connector setting enabled for this sync to happen. Okay. So what is the logic behind syncing? So three topics. So to understand very clear what syncs, triggering of the sync, and the last one is the logic behind syncing. The logic behind syncing. Anyhow, this is getting recorded. You people can watch this. Probably I'll check with Chamel whether we have uploaded our second video. If it is there, please do follow us on our YouTube channel. I'll be sharing the YouTube channel link also by the end of this session today, so that you can follow us on that channel and you can follow all the videos. We have uploaded video number 1, which was held on the 3rd of this month. Second session was on 10th. Today is our third session on 17th. What is the logic behind syncing? So this is a very beautiful screenshot which you can see. What is the thing which is making you to sync? The logic behind syncing is question number 1. You can ask these questions for yourself. So whether you have a lead ID or a contact with a CRM ID, in that scenario, the sync will be triggering. If there is no contact ID or a lead ID, it will check for the contact's email address first. If yes, then the sync will happen. If not, it will be checking for lead's email address. If that is matched, the sync will happen. If it is not matched, it will check for any assigned user. It will check for any assigned user. If you have an assigned user, do remember, account engagement will always create a lead first. If all these fail, it will be just a record stored as a prospect only in account engagement. It will keep that record in account engagement. It will keep that record in account engagement. If all these things fail, so then it will be keeping in account engagement. Okay. So I would like to recap all these three screenshots for you. So first one is what syncs. I'll be on this slide for 30 seconds so that you people can understand that lead or a contact will be syncing into your prospect. Okay, 30 seconds on this slide or the screenshot. You should always remember what syncs. The next one is the trigger, and then the logic behind syncing. Okay, done with 30 seconds. So I'm moving with the second one, which is the triggering logic. What triggers? From account engagement, whenever a prospect opens an email, clicks a link in the email, submits a form on a form page, form handler, or from a custom redirect or a landing page. User actions, when a user is modifying the records within the account engagement, or system actions like automations or engagement studio program. In the upcoming session, we'll be discussing on that. On the other side, when a lead or a contact is assigned or updated with the owner, this is the one which triggers. Then the lead or a contact field value which is changed. And don't forget, it will be taking a minimum of 2 minutes, or it might take as more time on that. Do we have a specific time? No. Creating a new lead or contact, but you should have enabled connector settings so that it will be taken care by itself. The last topic to make sure that you are very clear on that one is the sync logic. What will be checked first? CRM contact ID or lead ID. Sync will happen. If not, it will check the contact email. If not, it will check for lead email. If will check for an assigned user in a prospect, and if there, it will be creating a new lead in CRM. If all these fail, the prospect will be in account engagement only. We need to nurture them, and then we need to make this happen. Okay, but this I'll be stopping, and I'll be giving you people a minute if you have any questions to go over. I'll go to the Q&A one. Okay, it will be uploaded. Okay, no worries. I can get the recording. Oh, okay, session two. Yeah, as mentioned, it will be uploaded for to the YouTube channel. So let me also grab the YouTube channel link so that you people can follow us on that. I'm sharing it on the chat window. You people preferably try to subscribe to our channel also on it. Thank you. So, any questions on the three screenshots which I discussed? Let me know. Uh, or you can also do that. You can once it is uploaded, you can watch the video. Probably you will be getting more questions on it. Feel free to question us on YouTube channel by commenting there, or you can also question it in session number 4. Okay, from the session number 2, I have one concept to discuss. I'll try my best to create a video this Saturday and give it to Chamil so that he can upload it on specifically, which was questioned in the last week's, which is related to syncing a user from Salesforce into account engagement. Right, I'll try my best to have a video on that one. I was occupied. Okay, so now this is one of the simplest thing which you will be learning in account engagement is lists. So whenever I did not get any question from you people on the sync one. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to question it at the end of the session. Also, I can address it. When it comes to list, so when you have prospects, that is the exact term. So prospects That is the term used in account engagement, which is nothing but your customers or your subscribers. Okay, you can term it with your these terms, but specifically when you are account engagement admin, developer, or others, ensure that you people are using the term called prospect. In turn, basically they're your customers, they are subscribers. It might be your leads, okay, or it might be your contacts. Okay, any one of them. Okay. But we'll be using the term prospects. So you can, if you want to target them over an email, okay, that's the one greater channel to be targeting. So if you want to do this, you need to create list, okay, by using your conditions. So in list, very simple, we have two things. One is the static list. The second one is we have a dynamic list. What is static list? Static list is the one where you people add and remove them manually. You'll add and remove them manually. Okay, you can add anytime, you can remove them anytime. On the other side, okay, or you can make use of the automations. Dynamic is based on rules or criteria. It is based on rules or criteria. So keep it very simple. We have two types: static list and dynamic list. Do we have any bifurcations here? Yes, surely we have bifurcations on this one. On top of this one, you can have a list. You can have a list. Let me have numbers here. You can have a list which is public. So it is public static list. You will have a test list, that is static test list. You can create a static CRM visible list. Okay, I'll explain you each one of them. Why does it go? On the other side, when it comes to your dynamic list, you can make it as public or it is not. Okay, it is a public list. Static public list, static test list, static CRM visible. Can I create a static list? Yes, you can create a static list which is not public, which is not testable, which is not CRM visible also. Can I create a dynamic list? Yes, you can, but it will be a public or it will be not public. I would like to educate people on public and the one which is not public. So in this scenario, so what is that I'll be doing? First, I'll be creating a very simple static list. Okay, so to do that, I'll be calling the list with a name. So how do you create a list? So that's the reason I'm in a developer account, which you people also can create it from the Trailhead Academy, trailhead.com. So I'm moving into prospects tab. I'm educating you people on how to create a static list. So while doing this hands-on, we will be going. So you can see there are some customers, right? To folder, current list. If I'm not, yeah, we have here. Okay. I do remember that I created a list which has 223 records, which is a static one under the folder, which I imported it. So you can see all of them here, right? So this is a list. So now I will be creating a new list. When I click the button add list, prospects, segmentation list, I'm clicking on this blue button on the right top called add list. So now you can see this one. I'll zoom it for your reference. So if you create a list, you can see this email test list, dynamic list, public list, and CRM visible list. If you select this checkbox, it is dynamic, and you can see the beautiful button getting changed automatically to set rules. If I uncheck this, it is a static list. Okay. So what I'll be doing is I'll be creating a static list. I'll call this one as static underscore July underscore 17th underscore 2025. I'm just making it as simple to understand. So this is my static list created today. Okay, so I'll just name it and I'll select a folder MCA, which is Marketing Cloud Account Engagement. You have to select a folder. So tags, I'll be discussing this in the upcoming. So am I creating any test list? No. Dynamic list? No. Public list? No. It's very simple static. When I hit the button create list, it will be with zero prospects. Now you are responsible to add prospects to this list. You have multiple options as we have discussed from the previous session. You can create it manually and add them to a list, or you can import them. While importing them, which is all detailedly explained in our video number 2, you can go there and you can specify the list where you want to. For today's example, I will be creating a list, a prospect, and while creating the prospect, I'll try to add them. So I'll call this one as Chandra SFMC. I don't know. I know this email address doesn't exist. Just to explain this, I'll be creating this at gmail.com. This is my new prospect. While creating a prospect manually, you can assign them to a list. So now I'm in prospects tab. Okay. In the prospects tab, I'm creating a prospect manually. Okay. You can name this. So I'll go with the first name. I'll go with the last name. I'll go with the email address. Campaign will be 2025 events. Profile will be default. We will be discussing this profile and score will be 0. In the bottom of the page, you can select your list. Okay, so the list which I created today was a static list, right? I'll select the static list and then I'll create the prospect. So what is the process? So this is while creating the prospect, I have added that prospect to the list which is known as static. Static lists are the one which will allow you to add and remove the prospects manually. Static list 1, static list. So you can see this prospect here. This is how you will be adding a prospect, or you can pick your own prospect and put them here into this, or you can find an automation also to apply them. Okay, this is your static list. Now I would like to create a very simple dynamic list. Okay, I'll call this one as dynamic list. But while creating a dynamic list, you need to specify a rule. Okay, you need to specify a rule. So prospects will be added and removed from the dynamic list, will be added and removed automatically. Add and remove of the prospects will happen based on the rules. If they match the rule, they are added. If they don't match the rule, they will be removed from the list. Means, as name says, it is dynamic. I'll click the button add list. I'll specify the name dynamic underscore July. So I'll save it in the known folder so that it makes easy for me to track it in future. So I'll call this one as a dynamic list. So when you select this checkbox, it is dynamic. If you don't check it, and you can see an information also. The prospect assigned to this list are controlled dynamically via predefined rules. You will not be able to add or remove prospects via imports, automations, segmentations, or manually. Okay, and the button what we have now is set rules button, which will be the next screen. I'll click the button set rules, and now here is a beautiful screen where it will help you to match all the conditions. This is and or condition. What is this? This will be treating as and this is your honor condition. So to make the information easy for the marketers, it is showing it as match all and basically it is and or option. So what if you want to build very complex one? You can create 2 or more groups. So I want to have one condition between them. So this is or between, this is a group 1, this is group 2. And I want to add more here. So I would like to have 2 conditions here. Okay. Add a rule and add, you can see, right? So let me delete all these one for now, and let me go with a very simple one. I would like to have one condition first, but it will take time to populate. But once it is populated, you'll be getting an email also. I want to add a very simple rule. And in this rule, you have huge list of predefined filters. You have huge list of predefined filters, like you can do it on prospects campaign, prospect campaign status, the prospect CRM status, based on the account object, account custom object, account field, and you can see a huge list here, right? Visitors homepage, prospect time, prospect tag, score, query, public profile. You can see a huge list here. So for now, so I'll be just going with a very simple one. So I would like to go with prospect default field. Okay, and you can see the operators change. You can see that it is trying to show you people the name here, the email, the employees, fax, and others, right? If they have opted out is true or false. Opted out is opted out. No, isn't opted out. Okay, I'll just go with a very simple one. Prospect default field opted out isn't opted out. When I hit the button tools, it will run and it will take a couple of minutes to go with it. You can also go with a testing tab here. You can see this testing tab and you can hit the button preview the match, which might take a couple of minutes to populate. Okay, which will take a couple of minutes to populate. So this is your dynamic list. Okay, so which is based on rules. So static list and dynamic list. Now I will be explaining static public list. What is public list? Okay, let's keep it very simple. If you select public, this list, which is static or dynamic, will be visible in your preference page. It will be visible in preference page. When you send out an email, there will be a preference page, right? When they click on that link, so they will be able to see if it is public to opt in or opt out. Opt in or opt out is taken care by public list. First, still let it run. It will take time. So what I'll be doing is I'll go back to build and I'll click the button run rules. So what is the time taken? So this is the only thing which I feel as a drawback, because we cannot judge the time when it will be visible. So it will take time, but you will get an email. Who will be getting the email? The one who created it, the person who is a prospect, that is the account engagement user who created it. Once the population is populated, they will be receiving an email. They will be receiving an email here. Okay. Okay, so meanwhile, when it is populating, I would like to show you people how the things look. So I'll go to the content first. I would like to show you people the landing pages. One of the landing pages by default, which you people see, sorry, not landing pages, it is the preference page. Okay. So you can see this preference page here, out of the box one visible. So I'll click and open this first. So let me explain again. So I'll click on account engagement email, and here we have a preference page. In preference page one, which is by default visible, I'll click on this one and this is the link which will be visible for you. First, let me edit this. So this, the name of the page is email preference page. You can change the title. You can specify the tracking code here. So let me select 2025 events and the email preference center. It's all, I think, selected. Okay, so this is how it looks. So let me click on the link which is by default visible here. This is my email preference page, which is for Lennoxsoft, which is our fictional company. And what you observe here, you'll see something called monthly newsletter and new feature announcement. There are two check boxes visible. These two are public lists. How do we confirm it? Let me go back to prospects tab. Let me go back to segmentation lists. And here we have two lists. Let me search for the monthly newsletter. Let me search for the monthly newsletter. You can see this monthly newsletter. I'll click and open this monthly newsletter. And on the right top, I'll click the button edit. So what do you observe here? You observe that it is a public list. If it is marked as public, that is the one which you see here. This will not work for me because I'm just opening it with a direct link. If you open this link with a direct link from the email, you'll be able to see your email. I cannot edit this one. Okay, this is how it will be visible. Now, I would like to make my list as public. Can I do that? Yes, you can do that at any point of time. So today I'll be making the list which I created today, which is named as static. On the right top, I'll click on edit. I want my prospects to see this as product updates. I'll just name it as product update. Whatever the name which is being given in the screen. So by clicking this, you will be subscribed to receive our product updates, product update emails. Okay. I'll just hit the button update list. And now, if I go to the preference page, account engagement email, preference page, and if I click this link, it should be visible. Can you see this one, product updates with the description? By clicking this, you will be subscribed to receive our product update email. But unfortunately, in this developer account, we cannot send the email. Just to safeguard some of the things, team has decided not to give any email sends in the developer account, so we cannot send this, but you will be using this preference link in your emails, which will be a part of our exercise in session number 4, how to create the email. And you have an unsubscribe page also. You can see this one. So if you want to edit it and make it to be with your tracking code, you can also allow them to go with the 2-click unsubscribe. Okay, 2-click unsubscribe. If they click it, it will ask, are you sure that you want to unsubscribe on that one? What if I want to create my own? If I want to create, I don't want to use the one which is given by account engagement. Yes, you are always free to create your own unsubscribe page also. While creating the landing pages, you can create it. So add an email preference page, you can hit the button and you can create your own preference page with the form content if you need it. And also you can have a thank you content also being mentioned. Opt-in message, now you can subscribe to. Opt-out message, now opted out from your list. That is also achievable with your reference page. So what is that I was majorly explaining is the public list. Okay, if it is static, so it will be visible. If it is dynamic, if they are a part of that dynamic list, only those prospects will be able to view the list on the preference page. Okay, just I would like to highlight with a star here. So they will see a dynamic list if it is marked as public, only if they are part of that dynamic list. If not, they will not be able to see the dynamic public. Basically, public should be visible in the preference page, but they will see it if they are a part of it. Test list. So whenever you want to send out an email to your internal team, so then you will be using the test list. CRM visible list, there are or there might be a scenario that your sales rep or your service rep wants to add them to a campaign. Okay, in this case you will be creating a list which is CRM visible. So what will happen in this case? So there are scenarios that you have a sales rep who doesn't have access to account engagement, right? We might be not giving them access to account engagement, but they want to add them to a campaign which is executed within your account engagement. How do they do it? So it should be a static list and you should make this as CRM visible. Your sales rep will be able to add your leads or contacts into this list which is marked as CRM visible. So now I would like to show you some of the things which you should be knowing. So let's assume that I'm creating a list Let us see the permutation and combination. So I want to create a dynamic list. Okay. Automatically, what you should observe is it cannot be test list or it cannot be CRM visible. That is the reason I'm clearly highlighting that if you create a dynamic list, it can be public or not. But if you create a static list, it can be public, it can be testable or CRM visible. Now I'll uncheck this. Now I want it to be a test list. If you want it to be a test list, you cannot make it as a public or a dynamic one. You can see these combinations here. To make it simpler, that is why I have clearly mentioned static public, static test list, static CRM visible list. Now let us see whether I want to make it as a CRM visible list. Can I make it as testable? Yes. Can I make it as dynamic or public? No. Why? Since so now if I uncheck this, it can be static, public, and CRM visible. These are all the combinations which you should remember. Or the tool is very beautifully built. So when you make it as testable, it cannot be public or dynamic. If you make it as CRM visible automatically, okay, you can observe that. So when I make it as CRM visible, can I make it as dynamic? So automatically the CRM visible, even if I've selected in a different order, it won't allow me to be CRM visible. Okay, so with this I'll cancel this one. I just wanted to explain this static. So if you check this, it is dynamic. If you uncheck it is, sorry, unchecked static, checked it as dynamic. What is archive date? So this will not delete your list. I would like to highlight this one also since it is visible on the screen. This is very clearly explaining that this will be just hidden. This field is used for sorting only. Archive dates are saved and displayed in Eastern time zone. Now the question is, will it be deleted? The list will be not deleted, but it will be just kept under a hidden, or it will be moved down in the sorting one, so that will it be still operational? Yes, it will be still operational. Very rarely used in my cases, but I have just explained all the options which are available in this option. Okay, using all these things, we will be moving ahead in the upcoming sessions. And one question is still pending, so which I'll be creating a recording and it will be shared as a separate video to discuss on this question. Since I did not get a chance to work on that, I did not do it. So, but I'll be happy to create a separate video in my free time and it will be shared, because that is a very interesting concept and a very good question from an admin who wants to make sure that you control all the users from Salesforce, not from your account engagement. So this was a very simple topic which I wanted to bring in. So I'll know that you might have questions on syncing. Always feel free to question me on the YouTube channel with a comment, or first thing when we connect in the next session. Next session, I would like to give a heads up on the next session. Next session will be for 75 minutes. Okay, it will be not for 60 minutes. You might be wondering why, Chandra, it is for 75 minutes. It might go as long as 75 minutes. Be prepared for the next session, because we are trying to learn the concepts of form handler, okay, and with the landing page, with some fundamentals of your email build, but we cannot send it. We'll try our best to see what best can be done there. That is the reason next session will be for 60 minutes for sure. It might go as long as 75 minutes also. So, with this, I'll be stopping on session number 3, where we discussed two important concepts: what syncs, the trigger for syncing, and the logic of syncing. Okay. So, I know you might be having questions, so feel free to question me on the chat window now, or come up with the questions for tomorrow, next week, where you will be having 10 minutes in the beginning to discuss this topic or any topic which has been done in session 1, 2, or 3, and then we'll be moving with the session number 4. Thank you everyone for supporting us on this and learning on account engagement. Happy to hear you from you people. How did you feel about the session 1, session 2, and session 3? I've stopped my screen sharing. So thank you very much again. Have shared our YouTube channel, so hoping that Chamil will take care of it. And let me see whether we have some questions around it. Yeah. So can you use custom fields as rules? Yes, 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 yes. You have custom rules. Custom fields also can be used as the rules which you have brought into account engagement. Yes. Custom fields. Explore it. Come up with questions. Yes. The answer is yes for custom fields also on prospects. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining on this. So be prepared for the next two sessions. It will be for 75 minutes because I know the concepts are pretty long. You'll be having some questions. When I'm creating it, it might take 5-10 minutes to populate, submit it, which I want you people to also experience it. When you submit the form, you should be added to an engagement program. So a couple of things are interconnected for the next two sessions, which are really, really interesting concepts with the knowledge of session 1, 2, and 3. Good. Thank you very much on session number 3. I'll be here for opening your questions. Thank you. Next two sessions, seriously, it will be really, really interesting because we are now connecting all the dots of session 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the one where we start reviewing and getting the results from account engagement. Okay. Thank you very much. Just a heads up on the next two sessions. Awesome. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you very much. If not, we are good to end our day 3. Thank you,
All
Shamil.
right, thanks, Chandra. Thanks for the session, and hope everyone enjoyed it. And all the videos will be uploaded to the YouTube channel. And yeah, I think we can meet in the next session. Thanks,
Awesome.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.